Okay, so welcome back students. Once again, I welcome you on my channel. Okay, last time I asked you that make a list of the financial decision which you make or at your home. What are the financial decision which are taken, right? So I'm sure that you must have make a list. So whatever the list you have made, so I'm sure that the list which you have made would be consisting three things majorly. I'm very sure that whatever the list you have made, it would be consisting mainly two things. You know, like from where money will come and from where you will spend this money, isn't it? Or if you have something left over, means your surplus leftover amount, so that amount where to use, isn't it? So are you having anything other than these three? If yes, please contact me. I am sure you all have categorized this into three parts only. So actually, what are these three things? These are the major financial decision. Now let us talk about it. Basically, financial management is concerned with the choosing the best financing option, or you can say the best investment option to foster the growth of an enterprise. And these three important decisions involved in the financial management are: A, investment decision, B, financing decision, and C is the dividend decision, right? And these are the three things which I was talking to you, like from where money will come. This will be discussed in financing, right? What would be the source of finance? This we will discuss in financing. Where will you spend this money? This is investment decision. And if you have earned profit out of your business, that profit would be distributed in which manner, in which system, right? So that is discussed in the dividend decision. So this is just I'm talking in general. Now let us be focused. In a corporate, what happens? A chief financial officer has to mainly take these three decisions. What are those? A, investment decision, B, financing decision, and C, dividend decision. Okay, now let us understand that what actually all these three are. So he is the CFO, means the chief financial officer of a company, or you can say he is the financial manager of a business. So basically he has to think that where he need to invest money in, the fixed assets, plant, machinery, furniture, building. So where he has to invest this money. So what are the things which he has to purchase? So this is one thing. Second is that he need to invest this money, means he has to buy the raw materials. He has to invest his money for current assets. So this is one hand fixed assets and this is one hand current assets, right? Then he has to make payment of the current liabilities also. So current assets and current liabilities, this is basically a relationship of working capital. So this is capital budgeting decision and this is working capital decision. So these two things he need to decide in investment decision, correct? Now the money which he has to spend, this is known to us. So now we need to arrange this money also. So from where you will get this money? Will you raise this money from different financial institutions? Will you raise this money by issuing the equity share, or you will take it as a loan? So this debt or equity part also we need to decide. And then who would be the finance provider to you? Like, will you take it from the commercial bank, from the financial institutions, or from your own shareholders you will take? So From where money will come, this is all related to financing decision. Making it clear? Okay. Now, after doing the business, you must earn some profit. So, those profit is for whom? Obviously, for your shareholders. So, are you going to give entire money to your shareholder? Usually, it does not happen. And the answer is no for it. Why? Because everything you cannot, means all the profit you cannot give it to your shareholder. You have to keep some money in the business also. So that is called retained earning, the earning which you are retaining in the business. This is also known as plogging back of profit. Whatever the profit you have earned, you are keeping some amount with you, and some of the amount you will give it to your shareholder, because they are the owner of the business. So they have to get this amount. So how much to keep and how much to give, that is dividend decision, right? So basically, as a financial manager, you have to decide about these three things: investment decision, financing decision, and dividend decision. If you have understood this, the entire chapter would be very, very easy for you. So again, I am showing here that these are the three major decisions which a financial manager has to make. These are the broad decision, you can call it. Okay, now we are going to discuss it in detail. As I told you that the CFO has to make these three decision: investment decision, financing decision, dividend decision. Once again, let me clarify it, that investment decision would be having two aspects. One is capital budgeting. Capital budgeting means investment in the fixed assets, and this is investment in the current assets, or the to pay off your current liability. So the current assets, basically working capital means current assets minus current liabilities. I will talk about more in detail about this working capital later on. And then he has to make the financing decision. Financing decision means from where the money will come, whether you are going to raise it from the financial institutions or from the bank, means the commercial bank, or you will raise it by issuing your shares, equity shares. So this money has to come in two ways: one is debt, another is equity. So are you going to raise this money from your own shareholders only? So then it is equity. But if you are going to take some loan also, then it is debt. And then whatever the profit you have earned, this profit also would be divided into two. One is dividend, which you will pay to your shareholders. Another is the retained earning, which you will keep in the business to further expand your business or to reutilize in your business. That is why it is called it is also known as plowback of profit or retained earnings, right? Now again, the same thing I am showing you in this diagram. Investment decision is what? This decision reflects as to how the firm's fund have been invested in different assets. There are two things. If you are talking about the long-term investment decision, it will come under capital budgeting decision. And if you are talking about the short-term investment decision, then it will be studied under working capital decision. So this short-term investment decision or working capital decision will affect the liquidity of the organization as well as profitability of the organization of the business. And this long-term investment decision or the capital budgeting decision will affect the size of assets, the competitiveness and the profitability of the business. Then the financing decision is what? The decision determines the overall cost of capital and the financial risk of the enterprise, right? So two things you need to decide here: whether to raise the required capital through debt, means by taking loan, or whether to raise this required capital through equity, right? Then comes the dividend decision. This decision actually relates to disposal of profit. Whatever you have earned, how will you distribute it? So you need to decide here a proportion of profit which is to be distributed as dividend to the shareholders, and how much the proportion, how much of this profit you will keep in your business, you will retain in the business, right? So two things we need to decide here: the proportion of profit to be distributed as dividend to shareholder, and the proportion of profit to be retained as reserves in the organization. So now these three decisions we will be discussing one by one. So let us start with the investment decisions, right? Hope you all are ready. As I said you that investment decision is what? You are the financial manager and you have to spend your money in several ways. You need to buy raw materials, you need to buy machineries, plants, building. So different ways are there to invest in different assets. So where to invest, number one, and how much. So broadly we can classify our this investment decision into one is which is long term investment decision. So that is called as capital busting decision, and another is short term investment decision, that is called as working capital decisions. Okay, so today we will be discussing the capital busting decision, which will obviously going to affect the size of assets, competitiveness, and the profitability of the business. So let us talk about it. Mainly, the capital budgeting decision of a financial manager would be affected by three things. One is cash flow of the project, second is the rate of return, and the third one is the investment criteria involved. Now let us talk it one by one in detail. First one. Now, while you are going to take the capital budgeting decision, there would be different projects available to you, but each project has to be evaluated carefully, and this will depend upon various factors, mainly three. So what are those three and how will you decide it, how you are going to decide about it? This is what we are going to discuss about. This is very interesting to understand it. My dear student, you know that the cash flow that are likely to occur in totality will include both related cash receipt and payment over the life of investment are analyzed carefully. So the capital structure decisions are undertaken in pursuit of recurring revenues in the form of cash inflows. Now let us take this example so that the thing will be very clear. Cash flow of the project means, suppose you have invested your money into a particular project, like it is being shown here, project 2010. So after investment in this project, how much cash flow you will get? Right, you have purchased a machine. So this machine is going to give you how much money when? That is considered as cash flow. And not only the receipt but the payment also. Like you have purchased a machinery on lease, then you have to make the payment in coming years. So how much you have to pay and how much you will receive, that is being denoted as cash flows. So this particular project will require how much receipt, means how much payment you have to make and how much money you will receive in return of this project. So this is to be considered very carefully. Now let us take this example, then the things would be very clear in your mind. In this example, the financial manager is taking into consideration three business proposals, namely option A, option B, and this is option C. Right? So How much is the cash inflows from the project over its lifetime? The investment is, all equal. Suppose this project, this three project, option A, B, C, you are investing your money for 5 years, and the cash inflows in option A is 6.5 crore rupees. Option B it is 7, and option C it is 9 crores. Right? So money you have invested, and how much is the cash inflows you will get? So in C it is maximum. So assuming all other related factors like amount of investment, period of investment, you know are all these things are constant, then the proposal which is expected to generate higher cash flows over a period is likely to be selected. So out of this, which one you will select? Now I know that your answer would be option C, this 9 crore. Okay, now let me ask you a question. There are two projects, project A, project B, and how much you have to invest into it. Project A it is 50 lakh, project B it is 70 lakh. Okay, and when you are seeing the earnings out of it, project from project A, you will get 6 lakh 35,000, right? And from option B, means the if you invest in option B, where amount is obviously more, 70 lakh, but your earnings also would be more, that is 8 lakh 36,000. So considering this, what would be your answer? Quickly pause the video and write the answer immediately in the comment box. Hope you have done so. Now let us understand the another concept of it. What is that? The rate of return. Okay, so this is the formula to find out rate of return. How to calculate this? How much is the earning? Now before paying the interest and tax, this is usually we take, and then we will divide it by the capital employed, right? So if you apply the same formula into this, what will happen? How much answer you will get? Okay, I know you must have calculated it. So if you calculate this, it will come how much? For project A it is 12.7% and project B 11.94%. I'm sure some of you must have mentioned this 8 lakh 36,000 because here the earning is more. But if you consider the rate of return, then which one is more beneficial? See here, by investing 50 lakh only, you are in a position to earn 6 lakh 35,000. That is 12.7%, my dear. Understand it. But in option B, means the project B, you have invested huge amount, 70 lakh, but earning is 8 lakh 36,000 only, and if you calculate the rate of return, it is coming 11.94%. So here it is more. So option A would be more, a wise decision to select. Okay, now in the rate of return, only this is to be considered. Is it so? No, my dear. One more thing. Let us understand the another aspect of it. There are three investment proposal, option A, option B, option C. And you calculated the rate of return. Like you are knowing that how much capital employed is there and what would be the earning, expected earning. So based on that, you calculated the rate of return. It is 23%, 30% and 21%. And you need to consider the level of risk also, right? And fortunately here, the level of risk is moderate, right? So based on that, you will make the decision that rate of return where it is high in option B. So option B you should select. But if you find that there is a high risk and you don't want to take that much risk, then you can go to second option, 23%, where you are getting the rate of return. Option A would be in that case better. So whenever we are making the decision based on the rate of return, we consider that all other factors are constant. Like here, we have considered the level of risk is moderate in all the three levels. Otherwise, your decision may change. Now, the third factors which will influence your investment decision or the capital budgeting decision is based on certain capital budgeting techniques, right? There are taking this long term decision is not very easy, my dear. A lot of things we need to consider. What are those? The amount of investment, the interest rate, the cash flows, rate of return. Already we have talked about this. And then there are different techniques to evaluate investment proposal. These techniques are known as capital budgeting techniques. And you are seeing here some of the names. So these names, all these things I think that it is not in this part of your syllabus. That's why I'm not discussing it. But at least one out of this, I would like to explain it for you. That is this present value concept. Okay. So before we discuss this, let me ask you a question. And this question is, that suppose you have a situation where you need to buy a machine, you have to purchase a plant, and the cost of the plant is 10 lakh, provided you are paying it at the time of purchase, right? So when you are buying it, then only if you are making the payment at the time of purchase, then it will cost you 10 lakh, right? But you have another option also, that is you can buy it on lease also. But when you buy it on lease, then you have to make the payment in 5 years, so you will get enough time, right? But you will have to pay 11 lakh, so 2 lakh 20,000 every year you have to pay, so that in 5 years you would be able to pay 11 lakh, right? Remember it here that you have sufficient fund. If you want to make the payment of 10 lakh right now, you can do so, right? But if you are taking it on lease, then you will have to pay 11 lakh rupees for the same plant. So which option will you choose? This is my question. You write the answer. In the next class, we would be discussing it. Okay. Thank you. And you must suggest the reason also, that why you want to say that we should purchase it in 10 lakh or we should go for lease. Okay. So see you till then. Bye bye. Thank you.